I'm Nikki Roscoe, President of the London Professional Speaking Association, and today we had Michel Poulaert speak at our event. He is absolutely fantastic, and he had a wonderful standing ovation at the end. When he brings out his black bin liner and he starts talking about optimism, it's so fantastic. He gets loads of laughs, he gives loads of tips, and he is absolutely brilliant. He has the most wonderful stage presence, and I would recommend him to any businesses. Michel Poulaert.
When you hear what I will share with you, will probably screw up your day. So I almost apologize. Almost. Why? Because after my keynote, you will not have the right to say or think, why me? Let me see at the other side so they can see it. At the end of my keynote, you probably will not have the right to say or think, why me? Why me?
We are in the UK, which means that we are not that open for the typical motivational speech which we are normally used to when someone comes from abroad. The speech ended with a minute-long standing ovation of 110 people, and these are people who see hundreds of speakers each and every year over and over again. In my opinion, one of the best speeches I heard on optimism ever, so if you need anyone for your event who speaks about optimism, you book Michel or no one else, it's the man to go.
And you, what do you see? What do you think you see? A wallet. Okay, it's interesting. In France, they are more creative. They see more things in this. But I guess you London people, you have money and you need a lot of money and a big wallet. But this is not a wallet. In fact, we don't care what it is. Please, ride with me. Because I can promise you that what you will live with me today will have an impact on you. This is not a wallet. This is now, let's say, I give you a new representation. This is now a problem. It is now a tiny little problem. So, I'm optimistic. It's a tiny little problem. It never caused me any harm. So, what I'm used to do is to put it back where it comes from. Big deal. Well, today, because you are here, I want to take a look at it. I want to understand what's happening to me. Hey, what is it today? What's happening to me? And I'd start to feed the problem. Let me show that, how it happens. Do you want to see it? How I feed this problem? Well, I'm thinking, oh, why me? Oh, why now? Why here? Again me? Oh! Boy, it seemed a little bit more complicated than I thought. So do you know, I do what I always do. I put it where I came from. Here. Everything is all right. I know you go back to work, you go back at home, and you know those kind co-workers, and they see you, and they look at you, and they see something wrong. And they are always kind. You know them? And they point at you, and they say, hey, Michel, what's going on today? What's happening to you? Well, oh, yeah, this. Well, it's not so important. Well, do you want to talk about it? Well, okay, let's talk about it. And we talk it together, and we talk it through, and we talk it to death, you know, and we talk. And I develop this problem, and at this moment, I see this, and I get scared, and my coworkers say and scream, no, you two, dude, you're done. I've been through this many years ago. It's finished with you. Cool. Thank you for the advice. So he left me with scary advice. And what I have on the front of me is this. And it's getting really, really big. And it blocks my view. You know, there's something interesting about that. It blocks my view. But from the other perspective, you can see it like that. My view is this, but you guys, you see it like this. And then you can tell me, well, come on, Michel, it's not so bad. How can you tell me that it's not so bad? Well, you don't know my life. Yes, it's bad, really bad. And then you go on. And then you come home, and then you argue with your wife. Your children don't listen to you. And then your manager puts a lot of pressure on you. And go on, and everything is going wrong from that day on. Do you remember the size of this problem at the beginning of my keynote?
I just have to say that Michel was one of the most phenomenal speakers that I have ever seen, recently or ever. And the risks that he took, and the creativity and the power of his message and his delivery are fantastic. And I will definitely be remembering him, recommending him, and hopefully using his content.
I see her, she's there. She's there in the front of me. Hi, it's me. It's Michel. Hi, how do you do? It's nice to see you. Hey, what's your sign, baby? Do you want to do something with me? Do you want to know more about me? No? No. It's because you don't know about French lovers. You know nothing. And she tells me off. No. I tell you, French are good lovers. You don't know what you miss. Do you know the expression, I'm suffocating? Well, I am suffocating now. Well, a word of advice, children. Don't do this at home. Leave this to a professional. And of course, the only thing I see is darkness. It's dark inside. And I don't dare to walk anymore. I'm blocked. Because if I walk, I can fail. And I do not want to fail again. So I'm here. And I'm going in. And I ponder. And I pine.
The sign of a good speaker is somebody who can use a story and can use props in a way that entertains people but also makes you think. And Michel Poulaert had everybody transfixed, and he deserved the standing ovation that he got at the end. He had everybody listening, amazed, didn't know what the final punchline was going to be, and everybody stood up completely and gave him a standing ovation. Really well deserved. Michel, you are a star. Fantastic. Thank you for coming to London.
Do you know how that's called, that in psychology? This? Grieving. And you know what's interesting? Some people who pass through difficult moments in their life, and they are absolutely convinced that they grieved, and they tell you the story that was so painful. I agree, but it was so horrific. Well, if you feel like that, you can know that the grieving is not done yet. Because grieving is to be able to talk about a difficult problem without going through the emotions from them. If you can't talk about your difficulties without the emotions, you have grieved.
I have just seen Michel Poulaert. He has a funny accent, but apart from that, I thought he was very good, very funny. He does this brilliant thing where he puts this black bin bag on, and fair play to him because it must be very, very hot in there. But it's a great analogy about sorting your problems out early and not carrying this baggage around. And I thought he was phenomenal. Well done.
But what makes the difference between those people who are lucky and more optimistic than others is the way how they see the problem. The meaning in the sense that they give to the problem. Is it the end of your world? Well, it will be it. Is it the beginning of a new challenge? Yes, it would be it. The difference is only the way how you see the problem, how you feed the problem, how you're in problem mode or in solution mode. Are you trying to find the real solution or to feed the problem, and to be a victim of your own problem? We have the life that we choose. Who agree with this? Okay, but make it easier. Who don't agree with this? Okay, good. Thousands of people follow this show. And when I give keynotes in companies, or when I am the front of thousands of people, a lot of people follow the show already. And they come to me, and they know me. I don't know them, of course. And they know me, and they thank me. And, well, the impact is really, really big. In the survey, we see that the French people are the most pessimistic people in the world. So I have a job to do there. Optimism comes from a long time ago, from the depth of the ages, from the Latin word optimus. And optimus means the best. The best. It's the only definition that it is. The best. The best of what? The best of what you want. The best of your coworkers, the best of your children, the best of a situation, the best of this room, the best of yourself. The best. And you fill in what you want. The best. So optimism is an attitude. Well, you read down now. It's a state of mind, of course. It's a psychological state. And I go further. For a lot of people, optimism is to be positive, and it stops there. No. Optimism is an energy that drives you into an action. If you are only optimist, and you think, well, today will be better, and you go at home, like Ian did in his sofa, nothing happened. The real optimism is an energy that leads to action. So what's your focus? What are you focused on? What are you looking? This will be your real interpretation of your own reality. It will be your reality. So let's speaking about this damn half full glass of half empty glass. Who is right, actually? Which one is right? The optimistic with the half full, or the pessimistic with half empty? Who is right? When I go to Japan or in the States or in England or wherever I go, I can always recognize French people. Only by a few words. If I am in a museum, I hear them. Of course, they speak French, but I know that they are coming from France. Not Belgium, not Switzerland, not Canada, but France. Because, let me show you how it works. Change your word and it will change your perspective. Always, even in England. I can promise you. Because I know you speak like that too. How can I be the writer of my own scenario? Because I've grieved, okay? So the problem is here, still there. What can be the power of optimism when I see and I remember these kind of problems? Well, I will show you. Well, only if you want. I love you people. In France, they say nothing. I take the experience and I make something new. Well, it was painful. It was difficult. It was a hard time. But I'm optimistic. And I can change this story really, really, really bad and make it and transform it into a positive experience.